everybody. I'm Jason.
I'm Stefan.
I'm Jason.
Welcome back to the shop, and you're watching Tennessee Mountain Homestead. We're gonna get back to work on this 1967 Sears Custom 6. Just yesterday, we got this 1983 Peerless 2300 out of my John Deere 214 mounted up in the frame. Go back and check out that video. It took some custom redneck engineering and fabrication to get that done. Today, what we're gonna do is get this Predator 670 in this engine compartment. Can it be happening? Can it be done? I don't know. But we're gonna weld up some pulleys, take some things off of that motor, get it in there, cut some things. It's gonna take some figuring, some math. I might even have to count on both hands. I don't know. I'm gonna need some help. Will you be able to help me today with math?
Yeah.
All right. So let's get started. I'll see you guys in a second. The first thing we gotta do is prep the engine to go in the mower. There's a few things we don't need, like this key switch, choke, all the controls for it, and this muffler is going, and we gotta get it off the shipping pallet. Otherwise, engine's all stripped down. We took off the control box and we took off the muffler. It's already looking more compact. Time will tell if I do a slide carburetor. If I don't, I might try to run the stock carburetor, but even so, this whole air cleaner assembly will come off and the stock carburetor will have a cone filter. Or if I do another slide carburetor like the John Deere has, it sticks out this way. So this height is, I think, 19 inches. So we're gonna go ahead, move this out of the way, and start doing what we need to do to make it fit on this chassis. Next up, we're gonna move over here to the chassis. So, preliminary measurements on the motor. With the oil cooler and the voltage regulator, we're at like 18 inches. But up here in the front where the fan shroud is, we're at 15 at its widest point. And we are 18 and a half tall. So, looking at this, Stefan, if you would please grab the grill. We've got 15 inches right in here. So this battery tray, this gas tank holder, whatever this was, has got to go. But we knew that going into this. The only thing holding it on is these two pieces of steel on the sides. There's a space right here between the frame and this shelf. So we're gonna pick a nice line and we're gonna go ahead and cut this off and see what we're left with. That little guy, I wouldn't worry about that little guy. got the engine sitting where it needs to be. I put a pulley on it temporarily to get an idea of the ballpark of how it's gonna be on this cradle here. So one thing, the engine's gonna have to go back a little bit more, and the fan shroud, this piece of plastic is what's holding it back because it's hitting into the side frame rail member. I need about 1 inch to 1.25 inches to get this grill to line up where it needs to be. And if you look over here, this is what's stopping us. This piece right here. So I'm gonna take a line, just cut that out of there, right there, and push the engine back. I think we're good on hood clearance. We've got the dashboard mounted back up, and the hood should fit over it. We're just gonna have to notch for the fan shroud also. I'm taking this out, guys, because I'm not going to be using those headlights or any of that. If anything, I'll put my own kind of screen in here, but in this situation, I need every inch I can get.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah, look. Perfect. Oh, we got to get this bolted in. Here it is. The motor fits. Come on in here and I'll show you what happened. So right down in here is where I took a chunk out of the frame in order for the shroud to fit right up there. But it's clear everywhere else. I even got about 1/4 inch in between the grill. So the motor fits in this spot. The next thing we got to do is weld the pulleys up. I'm going with an 8 inch on the front and a 6 inch on the transmission because it's slightly slower than the 7.5 I have on the Deere, which I think it's a great ratio. I think it's a 1.4. So that means every time the engine spins once, the transmission spins 1.4 times. Well, this one with the 8 to a 6 is gonna give me a 1.3, I think. Or it's like 1.33 or something like that. I forget. But I'm gonna go with that ratio, not because it's a slower ratio, because I wanted a slightly bigger pulley on the transmission so I get even less slip. So we're gonna do that, and I must say, this just looks fantastic in here. I mean, come on, what's not to love? And also, Stefan and I determined that this air box is not gonna be able to stay on there. Worst case scenario, I put a cone filter on the stock carburetor or just go with a slide carb. Because with all this plastic up here, the hood has no chance of closing. Anyway, let's get busy with the pulleys, and then after that we can line everything up and bolt the engine down.
The clouds are gathering.
talk?
I don't know. I don't hear you talk about that.
Yeah, you do.
Pull it straight. Pull it on the engine.
So right now I'm aligning the engine with the transmission. We've got this piece of steel channel, and we look down the steel channel and it's not warped, it's not bent, it's nice and straight. And Stefan is holding it tight up against the transmission pulley, and I've got it touching right across the engine pulley. I'm looking down it like a rifle, and it looks just as straight as it can possibly be. So, and it looks like also between the pulley and the frame. Yeah. So yeah, that's another co-witness. Right on the frame, this piece of channel is sitting on the frame, flush on the frame the entire way back. You can probably see it through there. Anyways, guys, I don't know if you can see that, but it's perfectly straight. I don't think it can get much better. So we're gonna go with that. The engine is officially located. All right, what I'm doing, guys, is marking the holes in the engine compartment where the engine bolt down. So it's hard to get at that stuff, and I've had this little bottle of black touch-up paint for years. I can't even believe it's still good. But this is how I'm doing it. Just putting black paint in there and hoping for the best. That's good. It's even with the front. All right, ready?
Yep.
All right, I got the paint in there, hopefully, and marked it right. You know what we can do? Just draw where it was. So if we have to put it back, we can. There we go. All right, ready?
Oh, that's really exact.
Yeah.
You
And then look at that one.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put a piece of metal in there. I got the holes drilled for the motor. As you can see, you can see the outline of the base of the engine plate. So that when I put it back, I know where it's supposed to sit. So that's 1, 2, the third hole's back here. And then these 2 holes fell into an opening. So I'm gonna have to come back in here with a piece of plate steel that fits in there, and I'm gonna weld it in. I'm either gonna do that or just cut this whole entire thing off across here and weld one whole plate across the back. I don't know yet, but the motor fits, it'll bolt up, the pulleys are lined up, so that opens the door for the next level, which is building the clutch system or whatever else I decide to do next. So anyways, we're gonna bolt the engine back in here for now and start looking at the clutch system next. Another great sign that this thing's in there straight is when I measure from the front of the engine block to the edge of the frame, I got 3 3/4, and over here I got 3 3/4. So not only is it straight with the transmission, this pulley lines up with the edge of the frame according to that piece of channel, and the pulleys are straight. Can't get much better than that. I don't foresee any issues. And this whole belt system is literally gonna all be just like a triangle going back. And all I gotta do is build a couple of, like one idler pulley, and then I need to build the clutch tensioner pulley. and the belt guide should be super simple. This is gonna be great. Nice and simple, nice and clean. Just straight there. And then I'll have room underneath there for other stuff. I don't know, maybe I can put the battery in there. I don't know, the sky's the limit on this build. But everything, all these bolts just dropped right in, nice. And we're using 3/8. So yeah, I'm excited. The engine is officially located. We've got nuts and bolts in it. We've got nuts and bolts in the grill here. There are some things we need to do, like extend the engine plate underneath there so all 4 bolts can be in it. And we also have a ton more stuff coming on this. We need to do the clutch system, the front axle, steering and brakes, all that good stuff. Figure out a place for the gas tank. But aside from that, I'm super excited. This thing is gonna be cool. That's a lot of motor in a small vehicle. Anyways, guys, with that, we're gonna call this a video. We're gonna close it out. Stay tuned for the next episode when I'll figure out what we're gonna do. I'm not sure if we're gonna do the clutch system next or the front suspension. I don't know, I gotta get some metal for that. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Once again, I'm Jason.
I'm Stefan.
I'm Jace.
Crusher's over here. He doesn't want to say his name, but this is Tennessee Mountain Homestead, and we'll see you on the next one.
I look out across the water, I smell the salt and feel the breeze. But in my heart I hear the calling of my old home, Tennessee. Oh, we don't know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time, but I've still got Tennessee on my mind. From Reaper's Fork to Watertown, and maybe Johnson City or Memphis bound. No matter where I go, no matter what I see, I still hear the calling of Tennessee. And who we to know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna